Hi all, how you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. Okay, so I'm probably a little bit late to the party on this. So this is PCX. This is actually a Ponzi scheme. It's not a trading platform, really. It's basically doing fake trades. It's under different guises or different website domains. So PCX.com, PCX.xyz, and probably a few others. Um, if you put your money into this, you're basically putting your money into a Ponzi. So they've stopped paying out, I think, on the 12th of April. But it may be that they're, trying to go into other countries and that kind of thing. They might target other countries. So it's possible that some people may get paid out in various parts of the world because they want to promote this Ponzi scheme in that part of the world. So it could be that you get your friends involved in this and you get to, for example, you might say, oh, I've got some friends who are interested in this, but they're only interested if I can withdraw. Okay, so they might let you withdraw or something like that if you're in a certain part of the world where maybe they want to get some more uh, people involved in the Ponzi scheme. All right, but pretty much from what I can gather, the Ponzi scheme has pretty much finished as far as I can see on the 12th of April. There's basically no more liquidity left. All right. Um, as as what happens with normal Ponzi schemes, you put money in, and the people who invest early can potentially profit. They tell other people that they're making uh, double the money and things like that. Other people get involved, and the latecomers to the party don't get anything. Okay, they lose all the money, and quite often the people who are early in get greedy, reinvest that money, and they end up losing everything as well. So that's kind of what happens when in a lot of these. So the reason why I'm talking about this is don't put your money into this site because it's basically a Ponzi. They're not trading, all right? They come up with some stuff like this, high performance, 300,000 transactions per second and order response time of less than 1 millisecond. Okay, there's no way that this site is doing this amount of trades because there's just not that amount of people, okay, on this platform. So what you need to do is avoid these kind of platforms, these small platforms that say they're trading, and stick to the big exchanges if you want to stick to a sec. If you want to stick to somewhere like Binance because obviously even the big, you got FTX, which collapsed. So these central exchanges are, risky as hell, can be risky as hell, but some are more risky than others, all right? And this is definitely one in the huge risk category. And the likelihood is that this kind of thing is gonna uh, pop up again, okay, in another format or pretty much the same, but under a different name. All right. So you got to be careful out there that you're not going to fall for the same scam twice, or newbies are going to fall for another exchange, which is basically not doing any trades. So what they did was basically send out signals, and then you'd make like 2% profit or something like that per day, which is obviously huge. Okay. If you don't know that's huge, it is. Okay. Making 2% profit every day would be ridiculous. If you did that, if you put £1,000 in and did that for sort of 3 years, you'd pretty much like have all the money in the world or some ludicrous thing. You can work it out quite easily on a in a compound calculator, okay? Compound interest calculator. You know what? Let's do it because I haven't done it for a while. I can't remember the figures, but if you just type in compound interest calculator, and just to see how ludicrous this is, because yeah, it is possible, obviously, to make 2% profit in a day, but to make profit 2% profit every single day is ridiculous. So let's say we start off with $1,000, and let's say we did it for 3 years. And we earned 2% interest and it was daily. Okay. Compound frequency, we did that daily. Okay. Um, Deposit amount, nothing. Okay. So you just do calculate and you can see how ridiculous this becomes. So you start off with £1,000, $1,000. After month one, you got 1,800. Doesn't sound so much, but look how much you've got over after 12 months. You've got over $1 million. Look how ridiculous it gets after 2 years. You've got nearly $2 billion. Yeah, that's 897 million. So that's nearly $2 billion. And if you look at 36 years, it's what's that? That's 2.6 trillion dollars. Okay, more money than anyone else has got on the planet. So you can see that that promise is just totally ludicrous and it's unsustainable. So when you hear people saying you get 2% profit a day, you know, then that that is a scam. All right. So don't fall for it. So yeah, PCX looks like it's rugged. It doesn't seem to be paying anyone after the 12th of April. So don't put your money into this because you're not going to see it again. Okay. So the site is still up there, and obviously they will take your money. All right. So don't put your money into any of these kind of exchanges. Stick to tried and trusted exchanges. And if you're not sure, don't put your money in anything. All right. As simple as that. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for listening. Have a good rest of your weekend.